Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Laurie from the Places Laurie Goes, and today I'm gonna talk about things to do near Bangkok, aka taking day trips. If you're visiting Bangkok, Thailand for more than 2 to 3 days, I recommend taking a day trip to a nearby town or market to see what more this beautiful country has to offer. Plus, a getaway from the big city, it's always good to give you a different perspective of the country. While I was living in Bangkok, I visited Ayutthaya, which is an ancient city an hour away from Bangkok, and I took a tour to some famous markets that were also about an hour away from the city, and I highly recommend both for a day trip. Not on the same day though, they take most of the day. First, I'm gonna talk about the Maeklong Railway Market and Damnoen Saduak Floating Market. So I recommend taking a half-day guided tour to both of these markets. You can also get there by yourself, but with a tour, you get more information about each market and you don't have to worry about the logistics of finding them and possibly getting lost. Now, there are plenty of options out there to see both markets, but I went with a tour with Big Country Vacation on TripAdvisor for $31 per person. So I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of my experience with this tour, and I'll include a link in the description to book the same one or a similar one for your next trip to Bangkok. So first, let's talk about the pros. One is that they pick you up at the hotel in Bangkok around 8 to 9 a.m. The tour guide speaks English and is super knowledgeable. Like, he gave us so many tips on like how to bargain at the market, a few words to say in Thai, and even just general information on Thailand and the markets that we were gonna visit. Another pro is that at the railway market, he walked us around the train tracks and also suggested the best spot to see the train pass by. And it passes by around 11 to 11:20. I'm not exactly sure the time, but it's great to know that information ahead of time. Then, once in Damnoen Saduak market, the price included the longboat ride across the canals to explore the floating market. And although lunch was not included, our tour guide recommended his favorite food stand, which had super delicious and affordable food. I mean, I'm talking about plates that cost 40 Thai baht, which is $1.20 US. And another pro is that you're back in Bangkok around 3 p.m., so you still have the whole afternoon and evening to do more things. Now let's talk about the cons. The first one is that it rained all day long. This is not the tour's fault, but it still put a dampen on my day. And because of the rain, the floating market was pretty empty and not at all like what we saw pictures on the internet. And the only other con is that you don't get dropped off at the hotel again, but at least they do drop you off by a subway station, so you can always head back with no problem. Now, the second trip I'm going to talk about is Ayutthaya. Another great place to visit while visiting Bangkok, like I said, is Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya was the former capital of Thailand for about 400 years until 1767. It was one of the largest cities in Southeast Asia during the 14th to 18th century, and it's known for its temple ruins and historical sites. I mean, the whole city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's only an hour away from Bangkok. To get to Ayutthaya and explore around, a friend and I hired a taxi for 1,900 Thai baht, which is $55 US total, about $28 each. So it's not too bad. He drove us from Bangkok to Ayutthaya, took us to 5 different temples, and then drove us back to Bangkok. We started our day at 7 a.m. and we're back in Bangkok around 3 to 4 p.m. And honestly, it was the best deal we could find. But we did have to bargain hard for that price, and it was the perfect day the perfect day trip outside Bangkok. Once in Ayutthaya, there are a few temples I wanted to recommend to you to visit. The first one is Wat Yai Shai Maeklong. Second one is Wat Shai Wathanaram. The third one is Wihan Fra Mankon Bopit. Fourth one is Wat Fra Si Sampit. And the fifth one is Wat Mahatat, which was my favorite and the one I was most looking forward to. And guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Thailand content, digital nomad lifestyle content, and budget-friendly travel advice. Thanks again for watching and see you on the next one.